Welcome to 13th lesson on loops, for loop and while loop. So let me quickly go through what are the differences between a for loop and a while loop. If you observe, the syntax of the for loops will be going like this: for I is equal to j is to k is to n, where I represent the initial variable, j represent the starting element, n represent the maximum number which the number has to orient, and k is the incremental value. And here the dots indicates that some of the MATLAB commands which we have to write, like some logical commands or some conditional commands, some flow of statements we have to write, and then we are going to end it. And here in for loop, the number of passes is specified when the loop starts. So I am going to specify the loops. For example, if I require n is equal to 5, I will mention initially at the loop itself. Okay. In for loops, the situation when looping is needed based on number of passes. So here in for loop, it should be very clear. The number of passes will be known in advance. Coming to the while loop, while it will go for the statement like while some conditional expression. For example, I will say this: I is less than 2. It's one conditional statement, and some kind of mathematical MATLAB statements will be there, then end. And here the loop number of the passes is not known ahead of the time, and the looping process continue until a specified condition is satisfied. So at last here I will give some incremental commands also. Whenever this incremental command, this specified condition is going to be satisfied, then the loop will be exit and it will come outside. And one more important thing is, while loop are used in the situations when looping is needed. Looping will be needed in the both cases, for loop and while loop, but number of passes are not known in advance. That is the speciality in the while loop. That is the difference from while loop to for loop. So let me go to the MATLAB software, and then we will try to have the one example between a for loop and while loop. Now open a new script file. Now my example is, I will take a simple example for demonstrating both this for loops and while loop. I need to for the set of integers, I need to get the output as square of the integers. For example, if I take 1 to 5, 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, I need to get the output of those things. So I will give the command name as write a program to generate the square of the integers, whatever the integers I am giving. Here I am giving n is equal to some 5, some basic input value I am giving. For I is equal to 1 is to n. So this is my command. I am starting from the digit 1 and then I will end it at 5, and I is the variable which I am going to be declared. Then f printf of percentage 6d. I will explain why this 6d is going to be used a little bit later. I will explain about why this percentage 6d is using little bit later. Then followed by percentage 10.f. I will go for /n, comma I is the number which it is going to be vary. So now the I value will be 1, comma I square. I square means 1 square. Then I am going to end it, save it, sample demo for loop, like this a name I have given. Now I am going to run it. Wow, super. So 1 square it is 1, 2 square it is 4, 3 square it is 9, 4 square it is 16, and 5 square it is 25. Let me play with this one. Now see what we have written here, percentage 6d. So this spaces will be 6, okay, and percentage 10. So this gap will be 10, so that I will get some quite a good sequence. okay, and 0 indicates that there should not be any value after the decimal point, and this is the. So if I try to vary this one, this output will be vary. Now let me play with this one. Now I am adding an increment here. I will say it one as 10. I will go with 2 is to 2 is to n. So what I am doing? I am trying to start the value with 2, and then I am going every time increasing it by 2. Like at the initial set it will be 2. Next time it will be 2 plus 2 4. Next time it will be 4 plus 2 6. Next time it will be 6 plus 2 8. Next time it will be 8 plus 2 10. Because 10 is the maximum limit which I am giving. It will execute up to 10 even numbers. Okay, so now let me save it, and again if I run it, automatically 2 square 4, 4 square 16, 6 square 36, 8 square 64, 10 square 100, like that. Suppose if I need odd numbers, so what I will do is here I will try to place 1. So it will start from the 1 number, 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, like that it will go for up to n numbers. How many n we are giving? Like 1, 1 square, 3, 3 square, 5, 25, 7, 49, 9, 81, like this. Okay, now let me go with the while loop. So while loop, again I am going with a new document, CLC, clear all, these should be the default cases. Here what I am doing is, I have to declare the value of n is equal to 1. So let me say why this n I am going to be declared at the initial, at the outside. Next I am going to write some while command, and for the while syntax what we have discussed is while some logical statement, while n is greater than, like I can say up to, let me go up to 5, yeah, when n is greater than up to 6. Okay, so what I have to do, fprintf of percentage 6d percentage 10.0f slash n comma n comma n square. Why I am taking n comma n square? Here I am not having any number of passes. Number of passes I don't know in advance. It has to work depending upon the logical sequence. Okay, so that's why. Next, semicolon. Now here I am giving one of the most important thing. I need to give an increment here. Earlier for the for loop, in the for loop itself we are giving the increment here. Is it or not? So this loop will be executed till n value become 10. But here it is not like that. We have to give the increment at the end. Then I am going to end the statement, save it, some random number sample for while loop, I will say like this, and then I am saving it and running it. Now if you see the difference, the n value initially it will be 1, the first value has been printed. When the n value is going to 5 plus 1 6, when n is less than 6, till n is less than 6 this loop will be executed. If I am going to change here n is less than 8, so again if I run means it will be executed up to 7, because when this n is greater than 8 it will go to the loop and it will check. So 8 plus 1 it will become 9, so 9 is less than 8, so it will automatically terminate from the loop. So this is the way the while and for loops are going to be executed in the MATLAB. Thank you.